There it is, everyone getting ready. Welcome to CTV Calgary's live coverage of the 2025 Stampede Parade.
The parade will begin in just a few moments, and we will give you a live look at all of the excitement.
This is the scene at the beginning of the parade route along 9th Avenue. Look at all the hats. Kiddos getting the front row seat.
And we were talking about it this morning. It is perfect weather.
Yes, it is. If you could design a forecast for the Calgary Stampede Parade, this would be it. Not too hot, not too cold. It's certainly not wet. And yeah, it's going to be pleasant. Very mild wind as well, just to help cool things off a little bit.
Love it. And great for our reporters who are down on the parade route, ready to bring you all the excitement. Adriana Jung and Gina Martin are at street level. They'll bring us live reports throughout the 2 hours.
Camilla DiGiuseppe is riding along with one parade entry and will bring us a special live report. And Mason Despatie has been checking out some of the groups getting ready in the marshalling area at the confluence. We will also hear from him very shortly.
And now let's take a look at the parade route. The parade begins at 9th Avenue and 3rd Street Southeast. It will travel west along 9th, past the Calgary Tower, all the way to 10th Street Southwest, and that's where it turns right and heads north along 10th until 6th Avenue, where it makes another right-hand turn, continues along 6th, past the Bow Building to finish at 6th Avenue and 4th Street Southeast.
Now, this year's parade marshal, of course, is Canadian country music superstar Shania Twain. Twain is a 5-time Grammy winner and a 13-time Juno winner.
She has sold more than 100 million albums worldwide and is top-selling country pop artist of all time. Just moments ago, Twain spoke about being named parade marshal.
So happy to be here in Calgary. I am honored. It's a privilege to be the parade marshal. It's been a dream of mine for a very long time. I have attended the stages of Calgary many times performing and never once participated in the Stampede. It's a childhood dream to be able to ride a horse in this manner and represent something so special, something so cultural. And being Canadian, I think it's even particularly more special for me, personally. I've been riding a lot in the last couple of years out in the foothills. I've been enjoying being on the set of Heartland. I've made some new friends, and I just find that people do what I've always wanted to do and dreamt of doing here. They ride their horses wherever they possibly can.
Well, I mean, not all day, but yeah, it's really it's so. Oh, she's also just such a lovely soul. This year's parade celebrity judge is Calgary-born singer-songwriter Devin Cole, and she will be opening for Shania Twain at their concert at the Scotiabank Saddledome tomorrow night.
And I will tell you this, there is a lot of Devin Cole being played in my car right now with my daughter. It is her favorite. Her which song is like that? I don't know. That's going to be probably my top Spotify.
She's got some good ones.
Yeah. 2023 nominated for Breakthrough Artist of the Year at the Junos. She won Amazon Music's Breakthrough Canadian Artist of 2023. And moments ago, Cole spoke to our own Gina Martin.
Well, I'm very excited this morning to be catching up with our parade judge this year, who just so happens to be an up-and-coming pop country singer and right here from Calgary too, Devin Cole. Good morning.
Morning, how are ya?
Doing great. You just seem so excited for this opportunity. When you heard about it, what went through your head to be the judge this year of the floats?
I said immediately yes. I'm so excited. I love the parade. Obviously, as a Calgarian, Stampede means truly everything to me, more than my birthday and Christmas combined. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be a part of Stampede in any capacity. I love Stampede so much. And I'm so happy to be home, too. Yeah.
And I'll quote one of your songs here, as a woman in total control of herself. How are you going to channel that into the judging today? What are you going to be looking for?
I'm going to be looking for the girls, the gays, and the theys, my non-binary folk. I'm going to be looking for women floats. I'm going to be looking for sparkles, bedazzles. Anything rhinestoned is basically what I'm looking for. But also, I really don't know what to expect. If I'm being honest, I haven't been to the parade in a couple of years, so I'm just excited to see what everybody has to offer. I got a sneak peek as we were passing by, and I'm just so excited. There's lots of shiny things. It's gonna rock.
Might be a little tough for you to pick a top contender.
Yeah, totally.
I want to talk about too, after today, it's a busy weekend for you. You're opening up for Shania Twain.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, how are you feeling about that?
I'm overjoyed. I'm over the moon about it. If today is the best day of my life, tomorrow will be also another best day of my life. I love her so much. She's, my hero, personal icon, and I'm so excited. Hopefully I'll get to meet her. Maybe I'll break her door down. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm so excited.
Congrats again on being this year's judge. Good luck tomorrow. You're going to crush it. And thanks for talking with us today.
Thank you.
Big hug. Back to you.
There you go, Parker. You got to hear from Devin Cole. I have
my
one
gosh.
excited little girl at home, I am sure. And we are moments away from the start of the parade.
We'll check in with Adriana Jung on 9th Avenue. Adriana?
Hey guys, I'm with the vice chair of the parade committee, Keith Marlowe. It's another year, another great day for the parade. Tell us what we're expecting this year.
Well, it's perfect weather for a parade. We're expecting about 350,000 people on the streets of downtown Calgary today to see the parade and, of course, our parade marshal, Shania Twain.
And that is a huge draw this year. Now, of course, music has always been an element to the Calgary Stampede, but it just grows bigger every year.
Every year, and having Shania at the Saddle Dome tomorrow, Devin Cole is opening for her, and she's our celebrity judge today. Music is just becoming as big, if not bigger, than some of the events on Park. So we're happy to have them both here.
And we can hear the music, Shania's music, playing right behind us here. Now, of course, every year we see tons of people coming out to the parade, but we've also seen a lot of Shania Twain fans who were unable to get tickets, just hoping to get a glimpse of her. Now, when it comes to an event like this, what really puts the community effort behind it?
Well, I mean, the parade is put together by 200 volunteers. We work all year round. We'll start working on next year's parade in about, a week or so. We have 450. This is a huge, huge effort. It's something that we're all very passionate about, because to bring smiles to this many people in downtown Calgary is it's an incredible feeling.
And a reminder for everybody who's interested in the park after the parade.
Yes, absolutely. It's free admission to the parade.
I have to ask, because this is actually a question that you get a lot. Let's talk about horse poop.
Everybody asks me about poop. It's just part of my job. So 300 horses in the parade today. Those beautiful horses, best horses around. And they're going to leave two on the route. So anyway, we're also very thankful for the street sweeper.
Sweepers are doing their job. They're doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much, Keith.
Thank you.
Stay with us throughout the show. We'll show you glimpses of the parade, but for now, enjoy the music.
All right, we've got, I think maybe too much poop is interfering with the signal down there. But it looks like we're getting underway, starting with the Suncor float.
Yes, it's Suncor's third year as the presenting sponsor of the Calgary Stampede Parade, and their float showcases iconic Calgary landmarks. I'm sure you noticed some of them as a celebration of the city's identity and the community that makes our city so special. And with over 60 years in Calgary, Suncor is proud to call the city home and continue to invest in the future. And then the folks around are the Suncor employees, sharing their pride in the company and in our community.
And there he is, Harry the Horse, celebrating his 40th anniversary. Harry the Horse has kicked off the parade since 1985. And when he's not getting people to say Yahoo, so you can kind of hear it there, Harry travels all over the world. He's a very busy horse. He's also a very large horse.
He's large, and he's got the cowbell going, which of course you need.
Yeah.
No parade is complete without a cowbell.
No, absolutely not.
And he's not the first Calgary Stampede's mascot. The first mascots were Jim Dandy and his horse Nellie, who ended their reign in 1985.
I don't remember Jim Dandy.
You don't remember that from
No.
1985?
Oh, well, I should.
And of course, who are we looking at here? This is the Calgary Stampede Show Band. It has been around longer than that. The
Than
first
Harry?
mascot,
Yeah.
yes. Created in 1971 to serve as the musical ambassadors for the Stampede, but of course that is just not in Calgary. They perform all over the world. 150 performers between the ages of 16, 22. They perform year-round. I think upwards of 200 appearances every year, so they're very, very busy. And a super diverse kind of performing ensemble. Lots of different kind of shows, different standstill concerts, parades, field shows, everything you can imagine, from a soloist to a rock band, they do it.
And the Stampede Showbrand program is designed to develop youth within the performing arts and then encourage each member to achieve their own musical performance and personal excellence. Tons of accolades associated with the show band, including the Sudley's Shield from the John Philip Sousa Foundation. They've competed multiple times at the World Music Contest in Holland. Let's take a listen. You know, I say it every year, but if I were to be in a marching band, I would not pick one of those heavier instruments. Yes, I admire the people who have that commitment to this craft.
Also, can you do that in shorts and flip-flops, or do you have to wear like the? But it's not so hot this year.
It's not as hot.
Sometimes these parades, it's like 25, 26 degrees already, and then you'd be cooking.
But
it wouldn't matter what I wore.
I've carried large bags of dog food on my shoulder. I feel like a tuba would be along. Yeah.
Right.
And in behind them there, you see the Calgary Stampede show riders. They're the ones on horseback there. They've been a part of the Stampede family since 1985. They perform musical rides several times a day and serve as a color guard during the Calgary Stampede.
There's our parade marshal that we're seeing right now, Shania Twain.
Yeah, of course, we talked about her, all the accolades that she's received over the years, and all of the young artists who idolize all she's done in music. And from what I understand, she still absolutely rocks a show. But she says Calgary and Alberta, as you heard earlier, hold a kind of a special place in her heart, calling the Stampede an amazing celebration of Western heritage and the true spirit of Canadians. She said earlier that she feels most at home on a horse. She looks like it. She looks very comfortable.
I feel like she could look comfortable doing anything.
Right.
She's so lovely. Oh my goodness. And then in behind Shania, we see the Shania Twain Foundation. How much fun would this be, though, if you're in the crowd?
Oh. Right down to see a star like that.
Oh, gosh. And she's little. She's so tiny. But in behind her, we have the Shania Twain Foundation. And this is all a part of something we heard about earlier in the show about her charity dedicated to tackling food insecurity and programs that provide access to mental health resources. The Shania Twain Foundation and Cirque du Soleil's Echo, they're going to be partnering up to turn entertainment into meaningful impact, donating a portion of each ticket sold through ShaniaTonight.com, and that's going to the Shania Twain Foundation, helping to eliminate hunger in Calgary and surrounding areas. Again, that's ShaniaTwainFoundation.com.
And we just saw our Stampede Princess, Brianna Correa. Brianna is a 23-year-old communications student at Mount Royal University in her hometown of Calgary. Her passion for agriculture began at age 9 through her local 4-H club, and today she coaches several local clubs while balancing her studies and spending time outdoors. As an aspiring professional communicator, Brianna is passionate about connecting with people and telling stories, especially through visual media. She's a lifelong Calgarian. She's proud to share her love for the Calgary Stampede with others.
And riding with her is First Nations princess Pacey Strangling Wolf. She is a 25-year-old jingle dress dancer from the Kainai Nation, and her Blackfoot name means blue offering woman. She aspires to be an educator, teaching the Blackfoot language or drama to Indigenous youth, which of course we talk about so often these days, how important it is to be able to hold on to that language and have elders and knowledge keepers that will come up and share that language. So it's great to see that with such a young woman.
And the number of appearances that they do every year. I'll be at the Chinook family breakfast tomorrow with my dad, and they're down there every single year, and it's hundreds of appearances that they do every year.
Of course, it takes a big board to put this all together, the Stampede working all year round, so it takes a lot of folks.
It does indeed, and we're seeing some of them right now, including a past president of the Calgary Stampede. And in there we also have Stuart O'Connor. He is the current president and chair of the Calgary Stampede Board. Stuart is a businessman, an entrepreneur, ranch hand, lawyer, and engineer, all in his spare time.
Right.
Currently the chair of a software services company, sits on many private, public, and not-for-profit board of directors. But you're right, so much time and energy from these folks.
And the Calgary Stampede is a not-for-profit community organization that preserves and promotes our Western heritage, cultures, and community spirit with a vision to create a world-class year-round gathering place for the community. The Calgary Stampede is governed by a volunteer board of directors comprising 20 directors elected by shareholders, 9 appointees, and the immediate past president.
And we're going to head down to the parade route now and check in with Gina.
Yes, I am joined now by a couple of very proud parents. I have Kelly and Ryan with me this morning, and your daughters are a part of the parade today, and we just saw one of them actually.
We did. We saw Ava go by in the Calgary Stampede show band.
And then your other daughter, when will she be showing up so people at home know when to look out for her?
She's float 50 in the parade.
And just in case you missed that, you also have some very identifiable posters this morning for them. Can you show those to us? Okay, so tell me the story behind this. How did this all come to be?
We have hockey parents in the band this year, and these are hockey things, but they're now band things.
What was the daughters' reactions when they saw these face cutouts?
A little bit of embarrassment, but it was fun.
The whole band loves seeing it. Scarlett hasn't seen hers yet.
There you go. So she's still in for a bit of a surprise. I guess we just saw Shania Twain go by too. Aside from seeing your kids in the parade, I mean, that must be such a proud moment. What else are you looking forward to today for Stampede?
Going on the grounds. I'm volunteering. He's volunteering later, but just all the performances and all the excitement.
And as a father, what does it mean to you seeing both of your kids in a parade, the second biggest parade in North America?
That's pretty, it's actually awesome.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, well, thanks so much. Thanks for volunteering, too, for the Stampede. We really appreciate it, and we're looking forward to cheering your girls on here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gina. Of course, it takes a lot of volunteers, and we'll honor the volunteers of the Calgary Stampede Parade Committee, spotlighting longtime executive assistants Diane Moore, a 39-year volunteer and newly named Stampede lifetime member. Diane will be riding the historic 1927 Chevy Capital One truck, and that was once owned by Stampede founder Guy Wiedeck and lovingly restored by Merle Jensen.
And now we're on to the Blackfoot Confederacy, made up of 4 nations, the Northern Piikani, the Siksika, Southern Piikani, and the Kainai Nation. The 4 nations coming together to make up what is known as the Blackfoot Confederacy. And you can see in their Stampede Parade entry, as they're dressed in their traditional regalia, that these members are from the nations, these members of those nations are from the Elbow River Camp. And it's presented by Enbridge. It's always a huge hit for folks to be able to see some of the tradition associated with the Calgary Stampede.
I love that Elbow River Camp. It's such a peaceful part of the Stampede, even to just sort of get out of the hustle and bustle and go down and learn a little bit more about different cultures. It's great.
Absolutely.
And in following them is the Calgary Fire Department Honor Guard, established in 1970. The Calgary Fire Department Honor Guard, it's the oldest fire department honor guard in Canada. Members of the Calgary Fire Department created the ceremonial unit, which became the Honor Guard to ensure fallen members were honored appropriately. Honor our fallen is its motto. All Honor Guard members marching in the parade are dressed, there you can see them now. They're dressed in the Honor Guard number 1 dress uniform. On the arm is a patch with 9 red maple leaves representing the 9 Calgary firefighters who passed away while active in the line of duty. The Honor Guard has participated in the Stampede Parade for over 25 years. It's a volunteer-based organization. It works throughout the years with a few charities, including the Calgary Firefighters Toy Association.
I do love the pipes. They're coming up behind them. The Calgary Fire Department Pipes and Drum Band featuring professional firefighters from the department. So they're actual firefighters. The band's roots started in the summer of 2001 when a group of firefighters and pipers organized what would become the Calgary Firefighters Piping Society. Let's listen.
We're just taking a look at the Calgary Firefighters Antique Society, and they have their iconic 1923 La France fire truck, a stunning symbol of firefighting history and pride, beautifully restored. And I believe now we're getting into a few more of our local politicians.
Yeah, I haven't
MLAs.
seen the premier yet, but that's certainly the MLAs, Government of Alberta, through the Alberta Lottery Fund, supporting lots of Stampede programs and facilities. Here we go, lots of the Calgary MLAs obviously riding together, but from ag to tourism to park development, of course, government's involved in every facet of what the Stampede represents. I don't think we've seen the premier yet, but I'm sure she's around.
Yep, she was in there.
Was
the
she
blue
in there?
hat.
I just
Yeah.
missed it.
We are going to take a short break. We'll be back with more coverage of your 2025 Calgary Stampede Parade in just a moment.
Welcome back to CTV's coverage, live coverage of the 2025 Calgary Stampede Parade. You are now looking at the WestJet Float, obviously, a well-known Calgary company. Been around for many, many years, and in these parades every year with some fun floats and always fun employees that seem to be having an absolute riot.
It does seem like it's so much fun.
Yeah.
In behind them, we have the Lord Strathcona's Horse, the Royal Canadians, proud to be represented by the Strathcona's Mounted Troop, the last Canadian military mounted troop The Strathconas are very proud of their strong ties with Western Canada. They've always tried to preserve and show off the regiment's traditions and history by maintaining that link to this period when it was first raised by Lord Strathcona back in 1900.
And there's the Century Downs Racetrack, Shelley V. Percheron Hitch. Century Downs Racetrack and Casino is celebrating its 10th anniversary as Southern Alberta's premier destination for horse racing fans. Beyond the track, guests can experience the excitement of the casino, wide range of thrilling gaming options. It's a one-of-a-kind entertainment experience.
And there's Lil Obi. So this is the Canadian National Railway float for the past 10 years. The railway's beloved float has been a staple of the parade. Little Obi and conductor Max back along the route. And of course, every year they champion rail safety. So important to stay off the tracks. And lots of CN families and pensioners and community members all dressed up in their Western gear, enjoying the trip.
And really interacting with the crowd. And that's the thing, you know, folks line up for hours. They put their chairs down there even before the morning begins. And so it's so nice to have these floats where folks are interacting so much. This is the Sounds of the Rockies High School Marching Band, one of the last remaining Canadian high school-based marching bands. And there are over 130 talented members. They showcase energy, passion, of course, skill. Let's take a listen.
High school students.
Yes, and they don't just march. They got some dance
the moves going. Yeah, I love it.
And they've actually played all around the world, including Japan, Australia, Canada, the U.S. It's so good. They're really talented.
And here's the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Your Alberta RCMP is a proud participant of the Calgary Stampede. Since this event began 113 years ago, there has always been a Red Surge presence on parade day.
Yeah, you saw some of the dignitaries going by. The Alberta RCMP's 27th commanding officer, Deputy Commissioner Trevor Deroux. Deroux has 37 years of policing under his belt, much of it spent right here in Alberta. Regimental pipes are up. Let's listen in.
And this is the RCMP member marching troop that we're looking at right now, Hannah.
The troop consists of public service and civilian member employees. The Alberta RCMB also has a number of unique specialized resources to enhance the safety of Albertans. They're like police dog services, general investigative services, emergency response teams, cybercrime, and financial crime units.
Yeah, now today, of course, the red serge, not a working order of dress. It's used for special occasions like parades and different ceremonies. But of course, the iconic uniform recognized worldwide. You probably know them best here at home, patrolling our rural communities, engaging with Albertans, and of course, doing their best to keep us safe.
Absolutely.
I love the red serge outfits. I think they're so sweet.
Yeah, I agree.
Looks like we have the Royal Canadian Mounted Police musical ride up as well, and these horse and riders make up the iconic Canadian spectacle, recognized at home and abroad. It's a true symbol of tradition, honor, and pride, and as you mentioned, this is certainly not the dress that they wear all of the time, but reserved for these special occasions. And then if you're heading down to the Calgary Stampede, you can probably time it properly and catch one of the musical rides, which is a fabulous thing to take in when you're down at the grounds. They're there for the next 10 days, doing intricate formations and drills set to music.
Banff National Park, there it is. Is that Cowley's, guys?
Is that Cowley's?
I think it has to be.
Maybe this is them here. All right,
is-
here we are.
There we go.
Cowley's Raptor 6 Ranch, here they are. They're a local trail riding and rustic camping operation that welcomes the world to experience the cowboy lifestyle. This year, they honor the legend of Stan Cowley and the joy that he brought to so many people by sharing his love and passion for Western heritage and the Western way of life. Family and friends pay tribute as outriders in this tribute.
We're going to head down to Adriana on the parade route, who has a very special guest.
Yeah, we are actually standing right here watching Calgary Raptor 6 right here. There is the official opposition party leader, Pierre Poilievre. We're going to chat with him right now. Hi, how's it going?
Great to be in my hometown of Calgary for the greatest outdoor show on earth. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. We've done this 3 years in a row now. How does it feel?
It feels great. A beautiful horse. Thanks to the Raptor 6 Ranch, and thanks to all of my hometown friends and neighbors for all the great Western hospitality.
Yahoo!
Yahoo! Have fun.
There you have it, the official opposition party leader, Pierre Poilievre. Now, of course, we're going to be here on the route throughout the parade show. We have some really great guests, some visitors who have visited from all over the world, even the States, and also people who've been here since 4 o'clock in the morning. It really is a great show. A lot of Shania Twain fans here who haven't been able to get tickets for the show. She's right here on the parade route. You won't want to miss out.
And we did see some of the visiting royalty, including Miss Ponoka Stampede. I believe now we're on to the Wildies, the Legends of the West, representing legends of the past, historical figures like Annie Oakley and Josie Earp.
Yeah, they are back in period costumes from 1829 to 1929. They represent the brave trailblazers who have come before, from outlaws and mavericks to pioneers and suffragettes. The Wildies walk and ride, proudly honoring those who came before, learning from the past to remember where we were, where we came from, and how to make the future a better place.
You're also seeing the Fort Calgary Outriders Mounted Color Party. That includes some riding enthusiasts from all over Calgary and the surrounding areas. They're coming up just behind the Wildies. They ride annually in more than a dozen events, from parades to local community events. Now, they're dedicated to promoting teamwork, collaboration, and horseback riding, as well as educating the public on the responsibility of owning a horse. No small task. Along with training requirements. They were founded in 1975 out of Fort Calgary.
And the horses spend the year training for these special events, and there are a number of different breeds of horses in there, everything from endangered horses to heavy horses, and each horse and rider in this particular entry, they're selected based on their volunteer hours. Of course, safety is the #1 goal, so they only accept team members who have committed and ridden in a minimum of 12 parades, as well as attending a series of days at Spruce Meadows on guard duty.
And I wonder if the Stampede Parade is the collection of the most beautiful horses. You look at whether it's what the RCMP are riding or Fort Calgary Outriders, they're just beautiful horses.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to head down to Gina, who's also on the parade route right now. Gina, first of all, great outfit once again.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I am with, I just learned a new word. I'm with my girly pops. I think I'm in the loudest section of the parade route here, and we're gonna go around the table here and introduce everybody. So I'll start over with my two new friends, Aria and Quinn. Aria, how have you been liking the parade so far?
It's so good.
Yeah?
Yes.
And so I understand you two are sisters. So Quinn, I know this is your third Stampede Parade. What have you liked so far about this year?
Definitely being on TV, and I love how the band goes so loud, and I love the hype that they always give here.
And Shania Twain was pretty cool too, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and we're going to bring it over. I got more friends with me. I got more girly pops. So I'm going to start with you, Star. I have a question for you. How many horses do you think are in the parade?
60.
60 horses. What if I told you there are 700 horses?
Wait, actually?
Actually.
Actually, you're serious?
Yes. A lot of horse poop, hey?
That's more than my brain cells. Yeah, there's more horses than my brain cells.
Okay, well, and I'm sure...
More horses than my height.
Same, girl. Well, I mean...
4'3" queen. I'm 4'2" for your information. I'm 4'4".
They're all about my height, and I should introduce you as well. So we've got Cece and we have Ariel here, and Cece, who's our little friend here?
This is Llama Bee.
Llama Bee?
Yeah.
What's Llama Bee's story?
So she was just like a lonely little llama. Like, she didn't have like a home. She was just at a sad Marshall's.
No, she was at Marshall's, and Cece thought that she was cute, so she bought her.
There you go. And now we're all at the parade today. Should we give a big yahoo to the folks? Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah!
I want to learn more about what you know about these horses, Hannah.
You know, I don't know much, but I do know that they're nice to look at.
They are.
Oh,
Who we got here?
Jefferson teed us up on this. I was all excited.
This is the Calgary Stampede Parade show wagon?
Yeah, so their award-winning replica chuck wagon, pulled by a beautiful cream draft team and escorted by 4 outriders, celebrates the excitement of the Rangeland Derby chuck wagon races and promotes the 2026 Calgary Stampede. Led by experienced driver Kelly Vinn and joined by Joyce Fendrick, the 2024 Volunteer of the Year, this entry is brought to life by the Stampede Promotion Committee.
And of course, the Calgary Canucks,
Yes.
AJHL team, walking on down. I love it with their cup.
I love that they're not even noticing what they're walking on.
Yeah, they don't care.
Listen,
What a
when you get
float.
through a season like that, then you're allowed to walk on whatever. But keep that cup a little bit higher.
Yeah, not strapped in.
I wonder if they had as much fun with it as the Panthers did.
Yeah, I have a feeling maybe not quite yet
Probably
as
not,
much.
but
Yeah.
it's the training ground for it, right?
Or
It's
maybe-
the training ground.
Maybe the cup was that big originally and it's just
Right.
been reduced to that now. for
Okay,
safety.
and I know there will be a lot of kids along the route that will love this. This is Rocky Mountain Equipment, of course, dealing with agriculture and construction equipment. Lots of locations across the prairies. Employs more than 1,000 people, of course, doing what is such a critical part of work on the prairies, serving tens of thousands of customers, farmers, in obviously great need of the services they provide.
And up next we have TEMPO. That is an acronym. It translates to Tropical Can Education, Mentorship, Pageantry, and Outreach. And their mission with TEMPO is to bring cultures together and make a difference. We are going to head down now to Mason, who's also down at the parade route. Mason, who are you chatting with right now?
I'm here with the Tempo Steel Pan Band, making some amazing music here. You know, what is this instrument?
This is made out of 45-gallon steel drums, oil drums rather, and they sink it and chrome it, and the music comes out just like a piano, all the notes.
And how much practice goes into playing for this parade today?
We have a class at MRU. We have a beginner class, intermediate class, and a pro class. It runs for 15 weeks, 1 hour every week.
Wow. And the float itself, this was all hand decorated?
All hand decorated, all handmade. We try to get a beach scene going, you know, because everybody knows the steel pan is from the Caribbean, and it was originally made in Trinidad.
I love it. The vibes are great here. Thanks so much.
I didn't expect him to be on the float.
I
was kind of wondering, yeah.
Mason
He's
gets
quick.
around. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Calgary Stampede Parade. Down there on the road right now, we have the CPKC Float. Since 2014, the Canadian Pacific Kansas City's Little General mini train has delighted crowds with its quarter-scale replica of a General Electric AC 4400 locomotive, complete with a passenger car and caboose that can accommodate up to 20 riders. Built by CPKC employee volunteers and contractors, this replica took months to construct. It showcases the railway's dedication to craftsmanship, safety, and community spirit. CPKC is an iconic railway connecting Canada from coast to coast, with its headquarters proudly based right here in Calgary. And safety is at the heart of everything CPKC stands for, reminding everyone that playing near tracks or trains is never safe.
Yeah, of course, both major railways with that message today, and they always have great floats when they join the parade. It was easier to say it when it was just CP, but now they CPKC, so we got to do that. Yeah. All right, Southern Alberta Commissionaires, that's who we're looking at now, part of the Canadian Corps of Commissionaires. It is the nation's largest private employer of veterans. Southern Alberta celebrating 100 years of service in 2025, so a big year for them for sure. They are headquartered in Calgary, founded in 1925.
And of course, a lot of the folks that you're seeing on this parade route will be heading down to the grounds right after. They have free admission to the Calgary Stampede from 11 a.m. until 1:30, and the fireworks every single night. We had some natural fireworks in our area yesterday, so hopefully we can avoid that. We know that is very typically a part of our Stampede experience, some of that weather, so just be safe. Make sure on a day like this you're using that sunscreen and staying hydrated, because these days can become quite long.
And a great message from emergency crews, which I don't know that I've heard before, making sure that you head down to the grounds with your cell phone charged.
Yes.
And not just so that you can get people's phone numbers, but also so that you can get a message if there's any severe weather rolling in, which I would say, at least 3 or 4 afternoons.
Oh my gosh.
We get some serious weather moving in. You got to be ready for that.
Well, and as a parent, you must agree with me. You must appreciate that message to keep your cell phones charged.
Your cell phone charged.
For
I'm at the point, my kids aren't ready to go down there by themselves yet, but yeah, yes, definitely.
Oh, see, that's the way to enjoy the parade.
Yes.
Little lawn chair, little donut.
Juice box, you're ready to go.
Oh,
all right, well, let's go down there and let's check in with Adriana, who's on parade level.
Yeah, I've been chatting with so many people who are here on the parade route. I've actually found a couple girls who are huge Shania fans. We have Jenna and Hope. How long have you guys been here? What time did you arrive this morning?
We got here this morning at 7:30 to snag these seats.
Absolutely.
Let's see what you have here.
Amazing, amazing. Shania from St. John's, Newfoundland last year when she came.
And so you guys are hoping to see her show.
Oh, I hope so. If anybody's got any tickets, let me know.
You guys are still waiting, really. So if anybody out there, you heard it. We have Jenna and Hope.
If not, this was the next best thing, so it was amazing.
It was. Thank you so much, ladies. Now, of course, we'll be chatting with so many people here. We have the street sweepers, of course, doing a very important job, making sure the horse poop is clear of the roads. But we'll be chatting with some more viewers and some more attendees later on in the show.
That is an important job. Thanks, Adriana. So we heard Gina quiz earlier. How many horses are there on the parade route? 700. How many people, you guys?
Okay, I already cheated.
In the parade or all
in
like
the parade?
Yes.
Look at your notes.
I can't cheat.
No. How many do you think? 700 horses.
I'm gonna say 3,000.
That's a pretty good guess.
Not bad. I mean, 5,000.
Because there's got to be a person for every horse.
Right. It's 5,000.
Oh,
yeah.
She cheated.
She did cheat.
Yeah.
I saw her cheating.
I'm going to take your papers away.
This is the Southern Alberta Pioneers and their descendants, of course, representing the pioneer families, which, of course, a huge part in developing the province we live in today.
Yeah, and riding today with them are the current president, honorary pioneer gentleman, and honorary pioneer lady.
And now we're seeing the Code of Honor, coding for veterans at Calgary Stampede Float. And we're going to check in with Mason right now from earlier.
I have Jeff here, the Executive Director of Coding for Veterans. You know, what's the important work that you do?
Yeah, so Coding for Veterans helps military veterans across Canada retrain for jobs in cybersecurity, software development, next-gen AI. Programs delivered 100% online through the University of Ottawa, and there's over 800 students that have been enrolled, and in Canada there's over 150,000 IT jobs projected to go unfilled in the next 12 to 18 months.
Wow, and your float has a very specific theme.
Yeah, for us it's a code of honor, but really, you know, our tagline is deployment to employment. So we help military veterans, you know, transition into employment. You kind of go from serving on the battlefield to now serving in cyberspace.
Well, it looks great. Thanks so much for speaking with us. Thanks.
And of course, in the larger box, you're seeing the Calgary Police Service Pipe Band, founded in 1973. Let's take a quick listen.
And here is the Calgary City Police Mounted Troop and Chief of Police. The Calgary Police Service Mounted Unit was originally formed in 1910, and today it is an operational patrol unit within the Calgary Police Service. The unit consists of 7 horses, 4 full-time sworn constables, 1 civilian horse trainer, team supervisor, 5 part-time sworn constables, and 20-plus sworn quarry volunteers.
And look at that old police car. That's just wild. Yeah, I wonder what year that is.
It's got to be the
early
70s. Yeah.
Late 60s. It's very cool, yeah.
The Mountain Unit is instrumental in searching urban and rural areas within the city and nearby that may be difficult to access by foot or vehicle.
And here we go. Of course, City Council, City of Calgary, longtime partner of the Calgary Stampede, as you would be, providing the current 100-year lease of Stampede Park, which is pretty essential for the whole 10 days. The strength of the relationship made it possible to continue and share these festivities with Calgarians in every corner of the city. There are 14 city councillors. We got a few riding in the Stampede Parade, and obviously some along in the wagon.
And the big next year's parade will include some new ones as we have the election coming up. This is the Calgary Stampede Queens alumni. The Calgary Stampede Queens Alumni Committee is a dynamic group of past Calgary Stampede Queens and Princesses representing the years from 1946 to 2022. They are also such committed volunteers within the community, and they're so supportive when they bring in new royalty. It's like you've just adopted so many older sisters that are there to support them and help them get through what is a year of a lot of volunteer commitments. And really nice to see them still participating in the parade.
And apparently they have the best shirts in the parade.
The tassels, where are they
tassels
shopping?
are amazing, I know.
Well, I think a lot of their outfits are actually made just for them. They're so lovely.
What do you mean, like they just like specifically for them?
Yes, yeah.
Well, maybe Jody and I will get one for next
Yeah,
year.
I think you guys should. I think you guys should.
I don't know if we're quite to royalty level yet, but we could try next year.
This is the Calgary Exhibition and Stampede Limited. This iconic float has been a part of the Calgary Stampede Parade from the very beginning, celebrating Western heritage, Indigenous culture, and the spirit of the Stampede on a global scale. It features a bull rider, a traditional teepee, and beloved mini donuts. Of course, you can't miss mini donuts. The float captures the essence of the Calgary Stampede, paying tribute to rodeo, community, and celebration. The Calgary Stampede Parade float has been a symbol of excitement and tradition for decades. Yeah, that
Some square dancing going. Okay, so you have been in the parade.
I have. I think I walked in it.
Is this when you learned about horses?
Yeah, I wasn't on a horse.
Okay.
You weren't on a horse. Okay, so what was it?
I used to work for the Calgary Sports and Entertainment Corporation.
Yeah.
I used to shovel snow on the Flames.
Right, that's friggin'
So I got to walk in it in 2018 with the Calgary Flames, and yeah, it's quite amazing. You know, it's one thing I feel to watch it at home on the TV, another to be on the street, but you know, to be actually walking down the road and to see the spectacle walking down 9th Avenue.
Yeah.
All the people just lined up on the road, and people are so excited.
It must be a bit sort of awe to see just the number of people that come down and show up
and
for it.
So it doesn't matter, what float you're like. People are just so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you're
Tiring?
there. And
I was just gonna ask that. Was it longer than
it
you
was a very
expected?
hot year,
Oh.
and we had to wear jeans and long sleeve shirts, and it was pretty sweaty at the end.
I bet, but they
That's
don't
what
show
you need
it.
to snow.
It's all big
Yeah.
smiles. All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna take a break. You're watching CTV's live coverage of the 2025 Stampede Parade. Let's listen to this band. We've got the Calgary Roundup band.
We are taking a look at the Alazar Shriners of Southern Alberta. They have been a part of the Calgary Stampede Parade since the very first one in 1912. There are approximately 250,000 members from the 195 clubs across the world. And as in with the previous parades, the Shriners entry features the ever popular Masons, the Mounted Horse Patrol, the Provost Corps. Those are the electric scooters, the horse-drawn carriage with executive, the Tin Lizzies, the little mini cars, and then the mini planes as well with the pilots. Jefferson, you and I were talking about this.
It's my favorite part.
Yes.
It is my favorite part of the parade. It's always been my favorite part of the parade. They reached out to us last year
because
we were talking about it.
We're begging.
We wanted to know how those things operate. We didn't get a chance to do it, but maybe we'll try this year to get out there and figure out how they make them work. But of course, it's all fun but it shouldn't overshadow the incredible work that the Shriners do. 22 hospitals for children throughout North America, many patients from Alberta being treated at Shrine Hospitals. So, I mean, just incredible work the organization does.
Well, and this is one of this, and I think some of the military vehicles, this is the one where you'll, and the pooper scooper
Yes.
things, the street sweepers. We see so many fans that get so excited about this. And we did mention the number of members, approximately 250,000 members. And if you look carefully, a lot of them are in those vehicles. I'm just kidding. You can only fit one per, I think. I don't think you can fit multiple in there. But, see, Hannah, you should have timed that differently and gone in one of these instead of walking.
Yeah.
When you
That
did
is
your
an
year.
advantage if you are able to be, but I don't know. I don't think these are easy to drive. I don't know that, but
I don't think they're easy
easy to drive, and I would worry about.
Well, easier for someone like Gina or me who are littler, then you might have harder time.
And
I feel
knowing
like
my luck, mine would break down, and
then we'd be
I'd
pushing
be
you.
walking again. Yeah.
Okay, so Hannah, you've got a choice. Which one would you in the plane? Look,
I'm going plane.
now the plane, because you see that whipping around like that. Yeah,
I
and then
didn't know
there's the
they
little
really-
sports cars too. So which one? You're Tin Lizzie?
Plane.
Oh, you're
me
the
on
plane.
there,
Okay.
yeah.
I
These
want
are
the Tin Lizzie,
Lizzies,
yeah. Oh wait, but those guys back there can also do that.
those look pretty good too.
I feel like the challenge with the plane is that your wingspan, I feel like you could clip something easier.
Yes,
So maybe
like
it's better
lots
to
of
go.
children lining the road.
Yeah.
That is why it's best for some of us not to drive those and let the experts
Is
do
this
it.
why we haven't gone yet?
Yes, this is why the invitation will be
The
retracted.
liability in it. And there's the scooters that they have in. So we're really, the technology, of course, you have your race cars, but then the
Ferrari,
scooters
yeah.
are in behind. And this is a lovely way to go through. But you're right, the work that they do around the world with organizations in the United States, Canada, Brazil, Mexico, Panama, Philippines, Puerto Rico, Germany, Australia, Colombia, so many different communities impacted by the work of these volunteers.
I don't know if the dinosaurs knew, but maybe that's my new favorite. Maybe I want
gonna say, can I
give it a
change
try.
my vote?
You want to vote for the dinosaur too? Are these guys racing?
That's like a Dukes of Hazzard version.
Santa's got. He had nothing to do this month.
Yeah, it's true, actually.
Yeah, he's got. This is
Getting
his
a tan.
downtime. Thought he'd come down and
Oh.
the parade. I love it. Shriners are so great. Okay, we're going to take a break. You're watching CTV's live coverage of the 2025 Calgary Stampede Parade. Stay with us. Back to CTV Calgary's live coverage of the 2025 Calgary Stampede Parade. We're going to head back down to the parade route and check in with Gina.
Well, the great thing about Stampede Stampede, or, you know, what's interesting about Stampede, it usually coincides with 4th of July celebrations in the United States. And I'm really excited to talk to my next guest here. I got two friends from Colorado, Caitlin, Miles, and the adorable Otter. And this is your first Stampede Parade here. Caitlin, what do you think so far?
I love it. It's amazing. It's so fun.
And Miles, what have been the takeaways from you with the floats so far?
It's really cool to see. Like in Colorado, we have rodeos, but we don't have a parade like this with horses and Old West stuff. It's cool.
And how's Otter been holding up so far?
He's been doing okay. The horses have been great, but the cymbals have been the issue.
Yeah, makes sense. Yep. And I understand, so you two were here for Canada Day celebrations. So just tell me how your time in Alberta has been so far.
Oh, it's been so much fun. We've been staying on a ranch, and we went to the Cochrane Canada Day celebrations a couple days ago, and then we're celebrating 4th of July by opening the Stampede.
There you go. No better way to celebrate the 4th. And Miles, just again, I know that you've been to Canada before, but what keeps you coming back?
The people are really friendly. It's great. We like the Rocky Mountains here. It's like the mountains we have in Colorado.
But a little different.
Little different.
Yeah.
Exactly. More similar, though, than different. We so appreciate you two coming and enjoying Stampede today, and I hope you have a great time the rest of your time here in Canada.
Yeah, thank you.
And Otter, I hope the pipe band isn't too loud for you there. We'll send it back to you in studio.
Thanks, Gina. You are looking now at the Veterans Association Food Bank Float, proudly joining the Calgary Stampede Parade to honor and support Canada's veterans and military families. So this organization was founded just 6 years ago, but so critical. It's the only food bank in Canada that is dedicated solely to our veterans, providing obviously critical assistance for food insecurity, homelessness, and mental health challenges. It's been well documented, lots of studies around that in recent years showing that's a real issue. So it is doing some very, very important work. Their peer-driven model, it's veterans helping veterans, which is just a critical kind of bond that gets created. So just a great organization doing some amazing work. And they're hoping to raise awareness for veterans' needs and inspire the community to join in and do more.
And you can also win that incredible little playhouse as well. In behind them, we have the Calgary Stampede Chuck Wagon Committee and also the Relay Racers. This is the 101st Stampede Parade for the Chuck Wagon Committee. They showcase that Stampede brand by producing the Rangeland Derby. And congrats, by the way, to Les McIntyre, who is the voice of the Rangeland Derby, because he is celebrating, I think it's 40 years.
Right.
He really makes it special. In this, I have to say that a friend of mine, Shane Moore, is in here. His mom was worried about him riding the horse, saying that he always hurts himself. I think you're okay, Mrs. Moore. It sounds like Shane will be okay. He's also the one who taught me how to play pickleball, which is how I destroyed the two of you the other day.
Oh. Yes, you did. You did.
Well, maybe not, but you can catch the Calgary Stampede Relay Races and the Chuck Wagons going on every single night. The Chucks, 9 heats, 27 drivers, and this is also very exciting too. The Relay Racers, these teams that you're seeing in the parade, they come from both sides of the medicine line, from Indigenous nations stretching from northern Alberta and Saskatchewan through to Montana and South Dakota. If you have not watched the relay races, they are so much fun.
The relay race team Old Sun is also joining this entry. They were top Treaty 7 from last year. The high adrenaline competition includes 10 skilled teams competing in 2 heats of races each night. They've been a part of the evening show since 2017.
This is the Calgary Regional Appaloosa Club. Here's a little fun fact for you. First horse I ever rode, it was a Palomino Appaloosa, so it wasn't a purebred.
Was it a real one?
Yes, it was
okay.
a real one.
So you know more horses. You know
it wasn't in the mall
than I did.
I don't know about that, but they do have such beautiful markings. I love the Appaloosas.
Yes.
They're beautiful horses.
They are. This is the float from Heritage Park. You can step back in time. TripAdvisor's #1 Calgary attraction. They do so many wonderful events at Heritage Park. It's a great opportunity to see some of the landmarks from our city in the past, the Wainwright Hotel, the Yellow Otter Teepee, Vulcan Ice Cream Parlor, the Big Ellis Ferris Wheel. Those are all on that float. So they've managed to put together And also this wonderfully subtle costume that you're seeing with the train.
So
yeah.
is that I mean, the tuba players
Yes.
have it tough, but maybe that guy, depending on how heavy that train is, he might have it tougher.
Yes.
It's got some
Right.
snaps.
Oh, that is smart, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, surrounding the float is 25 costumed interpreters from the 1860s to 1950s. They're fur traders, Métis knowledge keepers, steam train conductor, like we just saw, and the SS Moyi paddle wheeler captain. Heritage Park's lively theater troupe performing skits with eccentric characters like Mr. Fraser and reporter Wendy Brownlee. 2 antique vehicles are also joining the fun, a 1914 Ford Model T and a 1919 Waltham bus. I believe I'm saying that correctly, Waltham bus.
We wouldn't know. Meet the Walthams, is that the?
Yeah. And new this year, the Badlands Dinosaur Dig and Prairie Royalty, plus over 650,000 visitors a year. Can't be wrong. This is Heritage Park, where history comes alive.
And they're doing a lot of expansion work there, and so it will be an even more iconic place to visit coming in the next few years. But it's really a fun place to go with the family.
I love Heritage Park, yeah. Whether it's just going and checking out all the old buildings and the history, or going down for Thomas, whichever it is, it's great. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, this is the Calgary Japanese Community Association, proudly bringing the spirit of Matsuri, a traditional Japanese festival, to the 2025 Calgary Stampede Parade. Always such a beautiful entry into the floats. It's honoring Alberta's first official Asian Heritage Month, which takes place this September, obviously showcasing lots of rich tradition and cultural pride, the vibrant energy of Japan, of course, where there is lots. The float features a beautifully decorated omagoshi, that is a cherished portable shrine alongside traditional Japanese dance performances, and of course the powerful beats of the taiko drums, which we'll hear soon. Calgary Japanese Community Association fostered appreciation for Japanese heritage in Calgary, of course, for many years, ensuring that, just that these traditions and the dancing and the music is preserved.
And that's one of the neat things about the Calgary Stampede Parade is you have your cultural floats, you also have a lot of the corporate floats and volunteer organizations. So it's a chance for different groups to showcase their investment into our community, like the Calgary Stampede Miniature Horse Show Committee that's coming in behind this, but we'll see them in a moment. It's really a... Oh, are we going to listen in?
Yeah, let's go listen in.
Okay. You're seeing the miniature horses. Crowd-pleasing favorite, obviously a little bit teenier, these ones.
So cute.
Oh, they're adorable. And they're very well known, apparently, for their athletic ability. I did not realize this.
I think someone spooked you with that one. I don't see a lot of...
You see the athleticism?
No.
And
they jump and stuff? Come on.
They have a range of trained skills. You can see them every year at the Canadian National Miniature Horse Show. From July 12th to 14th, they'll also be competing in the Calgary Canadian National.
They are cute. Look at this one. It's got just wings.
Oh, and they're well dressed. Okay, but you can see them from the 12th to the 14th at the Canadian National Miniature Horse Show in the new Treen Western Event Centre, and also the Northern Lights Arena at Stampede Park. You can showcase you can see their athletic ability, Jefferson. I'm going to report back to you because I think you're wrong on that.
And in behind them, I believe, is the Western Agriculture Heritage Committee. The Western Heritage Committee is an amalgamation of a few different Western event groups, including the blacksmiths, who have demonstrations on Stampede. They'll have them throughout the 10 days. The Draft Horse Town, a must-visit destination to see teams of various breeds and gentle giants. Those lovable miniature donkeys. We can't see them yet, but I'm hoping they're up here soon. And the crowd favorite, antique tractors of the Farm Equipment Group.
Jody actually knows a lot about tractors.
I do. Last year I did a crash course on antique tractors. It's one of my specialties.
Didn't you like know what what's this one?
The red tractor.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's an antique.
The red one.
Yes.
Yes.
The larger wheels. You'll notice it on farms of yore in the past.
Yes. Coming up as well is the Pioneer Acres Museum, and we love to see this. Every year we get a few new entries, and that is this year's, or one of them, Pioneer Acres Museum. That's an agriculture museum just east of Airdrie. It celebrates Western Canadian pioneering from the early days to the present, showcasing well, I guess we're still, do you know what kind that is?
Yeah, that's the Alice Chalmers. I can't believe you're not familiar with that one.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, it's best known for its versatility, and
right.
It's really good on the tight turns.
I think we're still in the Western
yes, because I believe
Antique
tractors.
These are our antique tractors that are rolling along, and I bet you it's these guys who are riding them. I guarantee you, if you've ever been in a farm in Alberta, you will know that it's those guys that keep them running, guaranteed. Yeah. And they're amazing. They're as much mechanic as they are farmer usually on these operations.
Well, I would think you'd have to be. It might be hard to find a shop that's taking care of these. They are super sweet. Look at them.
Yeah. How are ya? This is something else the kids probably absolutely love.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can just see my brother 15 years ago on the side of the street watching.
Would be just, would that be the thing that would catch his attention the most?
He probably would, he'd probably talk about it forever. Yeah.
See, we have past meeting present now as we're taking some pictures from inside of one of the...
Right. Pioneer iPhone.
Yeah. It is a tradition.
That's right, yeah. And here we go. This is the Pioneer Acres Museum. Honoring the rich history of prairie agriculture, so critical. It has been for hundreds of years. It continues to be, of course. 100 volunteer hours invested in putting this together. And we have to say that these floats take so much time and effort for people to put, to put these together. So this is great work.
We had Mason on one float. We have our own Camilla on another. This is the Guns of the Golden West. Camilla, are you driving, or how are you taking part in this year?
Good morning from one news desk to another, but we're set back in 1883. Yes, there was news back then. You can call me Calamity Cam, and this is my co-host Black Bart. Black Bart, how are you doing on the Stampede?
Can make you a member of the Guns of the Golden West. If you would please accept our badge.
I will gladly accept. Guns of the Golden West. This float has been in the Calgary Stampede Parade now for 23 years, and one of the coolest things about the parade being in it, Black Bart, should we give them a view of what we get to see?
Well, yeah, sure, because there are a lot of people out there, Cam, and I can see that it's been great for them to get out here. People from around the world, different countries, different cultures. It's just wonderful to treat them to what our Western hoedown is here for 10 days.
10 days indeed. And one of the cool things about Guns of the Golden West, although I'm not sure cool was a part of the vocabulary back in 1883, is that it pays homage to the Old West, the 1800s, the fur trade, the saloon, all the fun characters, some not so fun characters of that time. And this particular float has 3 parts. There's the canoe that we saw in the back that represents the fur trade. We are in the newsroom, which is being pulled by horses, so hence the jerking back and forth that you're going to experience on live television, of course. And we are being led by the stagecoach at the very front.
Correct. Yeah, actual Concord stagecoach pulled by 2 Portrons up there.
And we're being pulled by a couple of Clydesdales. So really, all in all, being in the parade is one of the coolest things, but being out there is just as amazing. We'll throw it back to you from 1883 back to 2025.
Calamity Cam down on the float. I love it. All right, we're going to take a break. You're watching CTV's live coverage of the 2025 Calgary Stampede Parade. We take you to break with the Red Deer Royals Marching Show Band.
welcome back to the 2025 Calgary Stampede Parade. We're gonna head right, you're looking at the United Calgary Chinese Association in that big box there, but we're gonna head down to parade level. That's where we're gonna find Adriana.
I'm now with Alberta's NDP leader and former Calgary Mayor, Naheed Nenshi. Hi, how's it going? Yahoo!
Yahoo! Welcome to the Calgary Stampede. This is amazing. A beautiful blue sky Calgary day and a parade and great visitors. What could be better than this?
Now, what is it about Calgary Stampede that you look forward to most every year?
You know, I think I say the same thing every year, which is I give away my big secret. Why did I get into politics in the first place? Because I wanted to ride a horse at the front of the Calgary Stampede Parade. So I got to do that many, many times. Hopefully I'll get to do it again. But I love the parade. Anybody can come. There's no money involved. You just got to get up a little bit early. I love seeing the kids. I love doing this stuff. So Midway food and mini donuts yet to come.
Oh yeah, the mini donuts. They're so delicious. Now, of course, the Stampede grows year after year. What is it that surprises you most about this year's parade so far?
Well, you know, I have to admit, like everybody else, I was kind of excited to see Shania Twain. We go way back, Shania and I, you know, we're very close. As in, I met her once backstage once for 1 minute, and I'm sure it was one of the most memorable moments of her life. It was certainly one of the most memorable moments of mine.
You were fangirling.
I was fangirling. But, you know, I will say that I was chatting with the Stampede organizers, and they were saying that they expect really, really high numbers this year. The weather will hold out. And, you know, in these times where people are just feeling a bit down, you know, I travel across the province and people feel kind of dark and depressed and divided these days. And the Stampede is a great example of bringing us together. You know, it's run by volunteers. Thousands of volunteers make the Stampede happen every year. And so I remind people every year, and I think especially this year, that Stampede is about community. It's about looking after your neighbors. It's about having fun and smiling together, and we need that more than ever. So I hope people will commit themselves to Canada, commit themselves to community at this Stampede.
And Alberta really is gaining traction on the world map. More and more people are hearing about us, and more people are visiting us. Thank you so much, Naheed Nenshi.
Thank you. Happy Stampede, everyone. And hey, I may not be the Yahoo-er-in-chief anymore, but I'm trying to be the chief Yahoo. So shall we do it together? 1, 2, 3, Yahoo!
Thank you, guys. Back to you.
Love it. He's got lots of practice doing that. This is the Canadian Armed Forces now, and we'll start with the combined bands of the Royal Canadian Artillery and Canadian Forces Base Cold Lake. Let's listen in. That, of course, the Royal Canadian Navy marching contingent you're looking at, or you were looking at a moment ago. I think this is the RIB, the rigid hull inflatable boat you're looking at now. But yeah, this is the whole Navy contingent right now, led by Commander Matt Woodburn, commanding officer of HMCS Calgary. That is, of course, Calgary's esteemed namesake ship that is stationed just outside of Victoria, BC. But there it is, the RIB.
It is beautiful, and this is also a really popular component of the Calgary Stampede Parade. We have the Lord Strathcona's horse coming up, the Strathcona Mounted Troop, but I'm going to guess right now that we're on to one of our other vehicles. This is my savvy reporter skills.
Is this the utility terrain vehicle?
Jefferson?
The Lav 6 I know has more of a sort of a pointed front to it. But we've got, obviously there are lots of different critical vehicles that are military drive, and this has got to be up there as well, top 5 with when you're young and you're watching, I think this might be the laugh, but when you're young and you're watching the parade, for me, this is one of the things that always stood out. It's so exciting to see.
And one of the favorite destinations for my kids when we would go to the Calgary Stampede, when they would still go with me, was down right in front of the Saddle Dome steps, is that you can go and check out these vehicles, the lab. You can learn a little bit more about how the Army stays mobile and just have a chance to speak with some of our military personnel, and it's so exciting. The kids, all kids seem to really enjoy it, and the adults too, let's be honest.
Now I think this is the utility terrain vehicle. That's what that looks like to me, but I'll tell you about it and the captain that's driving it. Captain Liam Lees, he's an infantry officer affiliated with the C4th Highlanders of Canada and working at the 41 Canadian Brigade Group headquarters. The vehicle is used for assault troop purposes and is capable of transporting enough equipment, including weapons, ammunition, and water to sustain soldiers for 48 to 72 hours.
And coming up here is the Nigerian Canadian Association of Calgary.
This float features traditional Nigerian masquerades and the striking Nigerian coat of arms alongside our dancers and rhythm, and celebrates the deep-rooted spirit, beauty, and strength of Nigeria. The float proudly embraces the theme Harmony of Cultures, celebrating diversity, showcasing the vibrant heritage of Nigeria. This float is a spectacle of tradition, symbolism, and unity.
Yeah, and you'll see lots of those symbols on the float. They have very important meaning. You'll see a red eagle that symbolizes resilience and unwavering strength. You'll see a black shield and a wreath that represents fertile land and prosperity. You'll see horses, which signify dignity and grace. So lots of symbolism that goes along with a lot of these, especially some of the cultural floats that we see. And again, this does such a great job of representing really what Calgary is all about, the diversity that makes up our city.
And especially, specific to this particular float, they talk about unity and faith, peace, progress, the national motto, championing togetherness and growth. We are going to head down and check in with our own Gina Martin down on the parade route. Gina?
All right, yeah, we are here pretty close to where our broadcast cameras are, so a little loud at the moment, but I want to introduce a couple of friends here. I have Brad, Ryan, Nancy, and Val, and this is a good combination of people. We've got some, Val and Brad have been coming to this for 20 plus years, and then we got some newcomers as well. So, Brad, considering you've done the parade so much, what's the big tip here when it comes to viewing the parade?
Well, the big tip obviously is get here early, get at the beginning of the parade, they're nice and fresh, and because on the other side they might be a little sluggish and tired, so this is the prime spot to be.
Yeah, definitely good advice there. What keeps you coming back every year?
It's the Calgary Stampede, greatest outdoor show on earth. Can't say any more, can you?
Yeah, say less,
Exactly.
All you need to say. Okay, Ryan, putting you in the hot seat here. This is your first, I know you've done Stampede before, but this is your first parade. How have you been enjoying it so far?
Great variety, lots of stuff to see, and great for the kids, and it's just an awesome time.
Yeah, and you're from Calgary originally, but been in Fort McMurray for quite a while now.
Not from Calgary, been here, my parents lived here, been in McMurray for a very long time, but we like to come down and visit friends, and obviously the greatest show on earth, come on down for it.
Exactly, and now Nancy, how have you been enjoying the parade so far?
It's been amazing. Some of my favorite parts have been the horses, and the energy is amazing.
Yeah, and you have a great seat here too.
Oh, fantastic.
Thanks in part to Val here, Val, you're the whole reason we're chatting, because you admitted to me that you're a real big fan of CTV.
That's the truth. I wake up every morning and that's the first thing I do is turn the TV on to watch who I think are my friends.
Well, we're friends.
CTV.
We're very good friends now.
No, and I love it. I love it. And knowing that this is where you're located on the parade route, when we found that out a few years ago, this is where we aim to sit. So I feel like I'm still watching my morning news, so I'm not losing out at all.
And how did you score this spot? I love the story behind this.
Well, last year I put a little note in my on my calendar saying get to the parade route by 6:15. So I set my alarm for 5 o'clock. I live at a tall building over there. I got my binoculars out, I looked, and people were already lining up. We got to get going. Got to get going. So anyways, we just came, and here we lucked out, and here we're sitting. Yeah, but I freaked out. I looked at the...
Well, let's end things with a big Yahoo on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yahoo!
Thank you so much, Gina. We also, in your window, saw the men in kilts right behind them, the Brazilian, and that's the Brazilian Community Association of Alberta. This is the Calgary Stetson Show Band, formed in 1988 as a marching show band for senior high school students. We're going to take a listen and take us to break.
Welcome back to the 2025 Calgary Stampede Parade. Let's welcome the Indian Group March Band led by the Calgary Marathi Association. It's their 40th year anniversary in collaboration with several other community Indian associations from Calgary. Let's take a listen. Such vibrant colors on that group. They proudly represent their homeland from all corners of India, east, west, north, and south.
And this is the Alberta Sheriff's second year in the Stampede Parade. Here they are.
The Sheriff's role in the community is unique in that they work alongside the public and their stakeholders in a much more social way than that of most other law enforcement groups. And their theme this year is community involvement and support, the best community relationships and partnerships. We, the Alberta Sheriffs, are here for you. It's catchy. There are over 800 sworn members. They have shown dedication and commitment to the community all members are wearing their full-duty uniform.
And there you have the Dashmesh Culture Center Gurdwara. SIB has been serving the community since 1989. They have over 20,000 members and welcome more than 500 visitors daily. This year's float theme, Selfless Service, No Hungry Tummy, highlights the Sikh profile of Siva, emphasizing food security for all. The float bursts with vibrant colors, intricate designs, and powerful symbols representing Sikh values and equality, service, and resilience.
It'd be a lot of work to put a float like this together. It is absolutely stunning. Look at that.
It's amazing.
2 floats too, not just one. They got 2 trailers.
Yeah, it's awesome. You wouldn't want the mini horses pulling this one.
No, I think this takes some
its own power,
engine power
yes.
to pull this one along. It is amazing, and it's amazing to think most of these are made. There are some companies that come in and will help out with these, but for the most part, this is 100% volunteer driven. It's volunteers, obviously, like this little guy that's walked along behind. It's just incredible.
And so beautiful. And that's what I love about, as we were talking about before, the different types of floats that we have and the different entries. Some of them cultural, some miscellaneous, and some, it's an opportunity for politicians to meet some of the community. But it's just so nice to showcase how Calgary really is so diverse and include all of the different cultures that we have here.
And I think it's important to know the team that puts this on. There's 160 plus volunteers who make up the parade committee. Some have served on the committee for more than 40 years. They log over 20,000 volunteer hours throughout the year, and about 10,000 on parade day alone.
It's a huge parade. Only the Rose Bowl parade is bigger in North America.
Did you have to do when you were in the parade, did you have to do any construction of floats or anything? No?
Did you have to shovel it?
Grab the cowboy hat and came on down?
No scoop nothing.
Okay, all right.
Sounds like you had it easy. All right, here's the Alberta.
Hand out candy.
Yes. Here's the Alberta Ghostbusters. They've dressed up as Ghostbusters, obviously raising money for local charities. This year, they hope to surpass $50,000 in donations to the Alberta Children's Hospital. They've been around since 2011. Now has 50 members province-wide.
They look great.
Yeah, the movie was filmed in the area, so that helped bump up membership. But they wear the trademark flight suits and the proton packs.
Can you sing this song?
No, where's the little green guy? What was his name?
I have not watched the OG in so long.
What was his? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Slimer.
I remember Slimer.
I don't think I was born yet when that movie
Yeah,
came
okay,
out.
thank you very much,
Have
Hannah.
you not seen it?
I have.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
but
Maybe
you don't
for
remember
parts of it.
Slimer.
She was a child back then. You and I are the old ones. Ooh. Oh, and the vehicle is great.
That is a great vehicle.
They
But
need-
I want a proton pack.
There he is.
There's Slimer hiding in the car.
Oh yeah, he could use a dentist.
He's a lot bigger and a little more scary than I remember, but
Doesn't seem slimy there either, but so good. I bet these guys have some of the most fun in the parade.
yes.
Yeah.
Again, this is going to be your top 10 for the kids, right?
Yes.
Especially that guy.
Cover your eyes.
Yeah. Yes. Do you remember the song? Since you brought it up?
Oh, you could. There it is. You can hear it.
Let's listen in.
Yeah, let's listen in.
Who you gonna call?
The Ismaili Muslim community is next, and it looks like they are also award winners. They are a symbol of the commitment to improving community life for over 40 years, and they have partnered with the Calgary Immigrant Women's Society. It is a unique partnership bringing together the support for women and families in making sure that they can find jobs, settle into the community with ease, learn English, contribute to society. And this float, speaking of being built by volunteers, it was built by 50 volunteers, and the goal is to reflect immigrant women bringing that immense power. We heard Shania Twain talking about this earlier, and also...
It should be known too, the Ismaili Association, they build a new float every year. Wow. So that's a lot of work. All right, we're going to take a break. You're watching CTV's live coverage of the 2025 Calgary Stampede Parade. Steve.
Well, welcome back to live coverage of the 2025 Calgary Stampede Parade. It is our own Hannah's first parade with us, not your first parade, because you have been in one before. And right now we're taking a look at the Alberta Azerbaijani Cultural Society. They are a part of a beautiful float and presentation. At the heart of the float is a stunning handcrafted carpet and detailed replica of the Maiden Tower. They were, as you mentioned earlier, created by dedicated community members. So again, those volunteer hours and those volunteer skills, showcasing the incredible talents and culture, incorporating dynamic fire motifs and lighting effects. It's not just what you see, it also has some really neat lighting effects. This float pays homage to Azerbaijani's natural gas heritage and ancient fire worship traditions, proudly embracing its nickname, the Land of Fire.
And you wonder with some of these more sort of intricate and stunning floats like this, obviously not an issue today with any rain, but it must be a real concern and when we get those forecasts that are a little bit concerning.
But the rule is it never rains in the Calgary Stampede Parade.
It never does.
I know, I say this,
wild.
But it actually is mostly true.
Yeah, sometimes it's really, really hot.
Yes.
Like by 9 o'clock, it's,
yes.
30 degrees, but no, it never rains.
It's the rule of thumb around here.
Yeah.
We have to make
Not
sure.
rain on the parade.
Yeah.
We don't like it. We don't like it.
But you can see even folks in their shorts and, it's obviously warm enough for shorts, tank tops, and it's there's a bit of a breeze today, so a great morning to choose to come and check out this parade.
Yeah, this looks like the Frisians.
Yes, this is the Alberta Frisian Horse Association. It's a group of people from the Netherlands who are having a lot of fun with their Frisian horses. It's one of the oldest domesticated breeds in Europe. Frisians originated in the Netherlands. Although they are closer in size to a light draft horse, Frisians are graceful and nimble, known for their brisk, high-stepping trots.
Again, beautiful horses the whole time. Coming up behind them is the Parks Canada Mounted Color Party. Now, of course, this year, the federal government has opened up parks, and so I'm not sure how busy. You probably want to get out there early, but all the parks are open to people, so this is a great year to go and check it out. But the riders include Parks Canada wardens, senior managers, and staff, and of course they mix traditional use with modern technology. Parks Canada has a really important horse program. I've hit a few of the huts, and you still have the wardens out there that ride their horses out to make sure that the horses or the huts are all in the backcountry, all in order. So it's pretty cool to see them out there.
And what you're seeing now are some of the Government of Canada members of Parliament, the MPs. They are with the Calgary Stampede Parade today to promote Canadian tourism and agriculture to international markets. And there are 10 members of Parliament from Calgary, plus 3 others from surrounding communities that are taking part in the parade today.
And here comes the Calgary Chinese Union Association. The float showcases the beauty of Chinese art and traditional clothing, celebrating the richness of Chinese culture, unity, and the strength of cultural exchange. This year marks the 55th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between Canada and China, a milestone that signifies friendship, collaboration, and mutual pride. As a long-standing nonprofit organization, CCUA is dedicated to uniting diverse social groups through multicultural activities, helping new immigrants integrate, enjoy community life, and build meaningful connections.
And the panda.
Yes.
Can't go wrong. You're just throwing a panda in a parade.
With the pandas, that's right.
That is a guaranteed win.
Yeah, but of course, such an integral part of Calgary and the culture in Calgary. I love to see it.
Oh, the cultural center is beautiful downtown, the events that they have. But yes, we are, again, so lucky to see the colors and the nice weather for folks who are down there walking in the parade.
Yes, and this is smart because if it gets hot, you've got an umbrella.
Yes. We're going to check in with our own Adriana, who's back down on the parade route. Adriana, you're walking the parade now.
Hi, you too. I've joined the Chinese Union Association. Beautiful Chinese traditional costumes. Hi, tell me about this ethnic group that you're wearing.
Miao dress. Miao dress. It's very beautiful. Different dress. So it's a sewing.
You know what? I'm very familiar with the Miao ethnic group because Miao is from my home province in China, Yunnan. 我是云南人.
Oh, so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You look beautiful. Are you excited to be on the parade this year? Yes, I'll let you do it. Thank you. Honestly, the cultural floats have been so fantastic. We're seeing that diversity and the mosaic represented here in Calgary. Now, of course, we'll be here till the end of the parade, but we'll throw it back to you guys first in the studio.
Well, we've been on the air since 6 a.m. This is making us all hungry. It's the Calgary Farmers Market, vibrant space mirroring the diversity and uniqueness of our community. They have so many vendors, and as you can see, a little sample of a bit of everything that they have down at the Farmers Market. It is beautiful. Beautiful. I'm so hungry.
Yeah, you're like, look at those grapes.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm not on camera right now. This is awkward.
And this is the Raíces del Peru Cultural Association. It's a celebration of Peruvian culture. Raíces del Peru is a nonprofit cultural association dedicated to preserving and sharing Peruvian heritage through mesmerizing dances from the coast, highlands, and Amazon regions. Look at all the colors.
Mm-hmm. And I think we've got some, is that Peruvian music? Let's listen in.
Don't they even quite do it? Dressed in stunning traditional attire, the members embody the spirit and vibrancy of Peruvian history and folklore, bringing centuries-old traditions to life on the parade routes.
And coming up behind, we've got the Calgary Sports and Entertainment Corporation. Features members from all 5 CSEC teams. It's also got Flames alumni, the Flames Ice Crew, the Stampeder Outriders cheer team as well. CSEC, of course, participating for over 16 years. Amazing they can do it this year with how busy they are building a new building. But Flames Foundation, an integral part of the organization, supports health, wellness, education, lots of grassroots sports, and they've raised millions since 1980 to benefit southern Alberta communities.
And we have some players in here.
Yeah, we do.
This is awesome.
I won't be able to help you with these.
No.
But
No, this year's entry doesn't have a theme
there?
or a charitable component, but they've got decorated wagon. Of course, they got all the players, which for all the young hockey players down there on the route, they'll love to see them. But they've got about 25, 30 people, lots of team reps and alumni. And that kind of
Yep, Kirkland, Lombardi. It's so fun to watch them at the end of the season.
I did see Lombo in there.
Yeah. This is going to be the best year yet. I'm confident in it.
For what?
We're doing it. We're going all the way.
The Flames?
Yes. Don't take this away from me.
All right.
You know, I wonder if it's kind of like this is their rite of passage for any new players. You
Right.
ride in the Calgary Stampede, because I know the Vancouver Canucks have to do the grouse grind.
Ah,
I feel
so
like
this
here,
is maybe...
this is
This is a lot nicer than the grouse grind.
Right, a little easier, but still tough. But and then the Stamps, who are having
Yes.
a heck of a season. I don't think that people thought they would be as good as they've been to start the season, so that's great to see too. And as long as they're beating Edmonton, that's what we care about, right?
Well, really, we just have to, you know, we have our goals, and that's definitely one of them. But this is exciting. A lot of the players, you know, participating in this for the first time.
I wonder if this is that the cup from last night's game or the weekend game that they beat Winnipeg. I wonder if that is, because they've got kind of a new thing that they've started. So
We are going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more coverage of the 2025 Calgary Stampede Parade live right here on CTV.
It doesn't go to the prizes, it goes right back into Calgary, and it has since 1952. Stampede Run Race right here. Scan the QR code, see all the great prizes. We got 3 trucks, we got Vespas, we got Polaris, and 4 wheelers. And side by side. Now, you got
Welcome back to our live coverage of the 2025 Calgary Stampede Parade. You are seeing the Falun Dafa Association float and group. They are bringing the message of peace and harmony to the 2025 Calgary Stampede Parade, showcasing the spiritual principles of truth, compassion, and forbearance. And, of course, they are so talented musically, we should listen in. Well, built by the local Falun Dafa practitioners, the float is adorned with blooming lotus flowers, symbolizing purity and grace, alongside an authentic ship architecture that was historically used in China. Individuals demonstrate the 5 meditative exercises on board, so it's a massive amalgamation.
A lot of these floats
So they're actually demonstrating these 5 meditative exercises. Yes. This is cool.
It's so nice. Oh, now I feel calmer. We need to embrace this on our show. We should.
You can't do them until after,
Okay,
Jody. You
fine.
can't start doing them right now.
The Mad Max ride, a unique post-apocalyptic themed parade celebrating non-motorized transportation like cycling, skateboarding, and roller skating. Founded in 2019 by local bike commuters Solita Work and Dora Novak, this vibrant event combines art, music, and sustainability. The parade is led by a custom trike with a pedal-powered music system, setting a dynamic soundtrack as participants showcase their creativity in Mad Max-inspired costumes made from recycled materials.
A little less meditative.
I haven't. That's new, isn't it? That's got to be new. I haven't seen I didn't see Mad Max last year, did you?
No, I don't remember that.
It's a new one. I love it. It's very cool. Shaking it up a bit. Okay, this is Fiesta Filipino, always shaking it up. 10 years as one of Alberta's largest cultural festivals, Fiesta Filipino is bringing the energy of Sinulog and Higantes to the 2025 parade. These festivals, of course, rich traditions of the Philippines, the iconic handmade paper mache giants, the Gigante taking center stage. Just beautiful, accompanied by the lively drum beaters. The float features 4 magnificent Gigantes. And we got, I think this is coming up here. Yes, there they are. 4 of them there, representing the 3 major regions of the Philippines. +1 symbolizing Calgary and Canada. So a fusion of cultures is what this float is all about. And again, the volunteers proudly wearing vibrant costumes inspired by the Sinulog and Humantus Festival.
The dresses are so beautiful. They are.
How fun.
I wouldn't be worried walking over where the horses have been with hopefully the skirts are just a little bit higher. Well, I'll leave you with that thought as we take another break here. You're watching live coverage of the 2025 Calgary Stampede Parade live on CTV.
Hopping down the boulevard in shadow.
Welcome back to CTV's live coverage of the 2025 Calgary Stampede Parade. You're looking at Vietnamese Essence. This is this year's winner of the Best Parade Spirit Award. This entry celebrates the rich cultural heritage of Vietnam, of course embracing the spirit of multiculturalism in Calgary. So the dance, the attire, the cultural symbols, and it's showcasing the beauty and resilience and contributions of the Vietnamese community in Canada. This year it's a tribute to unity, diversity, and the blending of traditions that make Calgary a truly inclusive and dynamic city.
Within the parade group, you'll see that they have the Vietnamese street food stall, a float that displays models of various local flavors of Vietnam to the parade. And we also have the Calgary Vietnamese Women's Association as a cultural ambassador.
And that's not a good one for you guys that are hungry. I know both of you are
I know.
getting hungry, so that's...
It's so true.
Yeah.
Here we have the Future Cowboys and Cowgirls, the Foothills Cowboy Challenge Rodeo Series, FCCRS. And it's a group of talented young riders, all under the age of 17, who are chasing those big dreams, their sights set on competing in the Calgary Stampede Arena one day.
And this is the Windy Ridge Riders wearing the turquoise, white, silver, and black shirts you just saw. They're our next mounted color party. They're a family-oriented mounted color party with members from Calgary and the surrounding area. Members participate in parades, clinics, and trail riding with a focus on horsemanship, teamwork, and the group's core values, family, community, and caring. Windy Ridge Riders Association was formed in 1988 to bring together those who love to ride and learn.
Yeah, with special meaning this year, the Ukrainian Canadian community float, and our Mason got a chance to catch up with them earlier.
I'm here with Christina from the Ukrainian Youth Association of Calgary. You have an amazing float here. There's something special on your truck's hood. What exactly is that?
So that is our traditional bread. That is a symbol of welcome. Usually we serve it when we are welcoming any guests or at the weddings or anywhere we go where it's super official. That's just a sign of welcome.
And your float's also covered in these beautiful flowers. You know, what's the meaning behind the sunflowers?
So the sunflowers themselves are a symbol of hope and peace. which we hope for our country. And the rest, everything you see on this float, on the track, are all parts of our culture, all parts of our tradition, and the most important symbols to us.
Well, it looks fantastic. Thanks so much.
Yeah, such a beautiful, intricate float. Also surrounding the truck is the intricate Ukrainian embroidery, floral headpiece, the V-neck worn by Ukrainian dancers, which adds cultural elegance.
And this is the JKL Trail Ride float, established back in 2004, an outdoor tourism destination offering trail rides, overnight trips, rafting, wagon treks, restaurant, kids camps, 3 different locations, I'm okay. And their imaginative Feathers of the Frontier experience features 6 horses outfitted with 20-foot wings. That is another one you want to be careful as you're doing the old 3-point turn,
wow, look at that.
creating a magical Pegasus-like appearance. And that was built by volunteer staff and students with the steel frames crafted by Tim Hiller. It's a project promoting creativity and supporting men's mental health awareness. So lovely. The
smart design they've got coming across like that too. It looks so great. Cool. Yeah.
It took over 44 hours of preparation. A team of 8 putting in the time, and they all brought in their own experience and passion and made that magic happen.
What do you think the horse thinks when he has the wings on?
Oh, well, obviously.
I'm gonna go for a fly.
Yeah, I would feel like I was the best looking horse in the parade. If I was,
Did you guys catch that big thing of Timbits down on the parade route? Did you just get?
No, don't say that.
I wish.
I was just getting into those. I don't blame them.
You're the sounds you're hearing are not just the parade route. It's also Hannah and me and our stomachs.
My stomach's growling.
We are going to check in with our own Gina Martin, who's down on the parade route.
JKL Trail Rides. Yeah, I'm here with JKL Trail Rides. Beautiful horses here that are in quite lavish outfits. Tell me a little bit more about the display we're seeing here today.
Well, thank you for having us. We just wanted to participate in the Calgary Stampede, obviously the biggest parade in Canada. We always like.
And it looks like we lost Gina. We'll check in with her a little bit later. But you're looking now at the Kai Tai Chi Martial Arts College. They're proudly celebrating 30 years in Calgary and 13 years in the Calgary Stampede Parade. Their students have proudly represented Canada at the World Championships for over 20 years, earning numerous medals. 2 of their athletes hold national #1 rankings.
Yeah, so these athletes are now training for August national team selection, so that's a huge deal. That will determine Canada's representatives for the Youth Olympics and the next national wushu team.
We are looking at the best of Mexico, the Canada-U.S.-Mexico Chamber of International Commerce, or CUSMEX, led by President Victor Rosales, fostering business ties between Canada, the U.S., and Mexico since 2003, and their mission focuses on sustainable development through socially responsible initiatives.
Well, not this one. This is
not this,
Tai Chi,
yes.
but
I'm still, yeah.
These are the serene floats, though, aren't
Yes,
they? We
yes.
had the meditation earlier,
Yes,
and now we've got the Tai
yeah.
Chi. A very cool sword. I love it. Just such beautiful floats.
Yeah.
And again, the work that must go into the costumes, into the floats themselves, it's incredible.
Yeah, I love the dragons.
Yes.
Anytime I don't know,
Yeah.
they're so amazing.
Taking that very seriously, this is great.
That's good discipline.
Yes, very good discipline. All right, let's check in with Mason, who met with these guys earlier.
All right, we have Sandy from the Calgary Tai Chi Martial Arts College. Your float looks absolutely amazing. One of the large features here is this dragon. You know, how much work goes into it?
Well, we start in April every year. As soon as we know we're in the parade, for sure, we start. We're a bunch of volunteers and all members of the college. So we all take Tai Chi, and we just start building this weekends, nights, and it takes us that long sometimes. We try and recycle this. We used this dragon head last year. It was on the back part of the float. And this year we decided to pop it up there and see how that worked.
Well, it looks great again this year. You know, what's your favorite part about being in the parade?
Showing off Tai Chi, actually, and showing off the college. Yeah, it's the Tai Chi is just, I'm still standing up because of Tai Chi. So.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We are into our Best of Mexico float now, and some of the featured performers include Mariachi del Sol from Vancouver. That is led by Octavio Carrillo, delivering top-tier Mexican music. Gisela Romero's there as well, a Latin singer right from here in Calgary, performing Latin American and mariachi hits since 2011. Las Foches del Ranchero, that's a popular duo also from Calgary. So lots of Calgary representation in this float.
And this is the iconic Lele dolls. They're cultural treasures from Mexico, created by Otomi artisans. These dolls symbolize heritage and are part of the International Year of the Indigenous Women. The Best of Mexico has been awarded top honors at the Stampede, winning first place in cultural entries for 3 years, and it won the Presidential Trophy in 2015. This year's celebration of Mexican culture is bigger and brighter than ever at the Calgary Stampede.
And we were talking earlier about how we have the 700 horses, 5,000 people in this parade. And it's incredible the amount of hours that go into, not just for each individual float, but imagine the coordination area as they're getting ready, lining up with all of these different groups and making sure that everybody is ready to go and can get out of the chutes on time.
Yes,
it's quite
exactly.
exciting.
And lots of people, of course, with connections that head down to Mexico and spend their time down there. So very cool to see this in the parade as well.
I have a Did You Know question for both of you.
Okay.
Guess the average speed along the 5-kilometer parade route. No cheating this time.
Oh, it depends on if you're in the Shriner thing or if you're having to carry a tuba.
I say 3.5 K.
You cheated again. This is the second time you've cheated. All right,
It's 3.8 kilometers for those
This
wondering.
is the Telespark Science Center float.
I can't help knowing what I know.
Right. Of course, this is the hub for science and entertainment in our city. This year's theme is the future of chuck wagons. So what would a chuck wagon look like in the future with advances in science? This apparently is what it would look like. Might have rockets. But since opening its current location in 2011, the Science Center has been, of course, a trailblazer. All of our kids have been there and loved it. It's such a great place in our city to learn.
And what a nice ending to our Calgary Stampede Parade. One of our final groups, the Children's Cottage Society. This is their 30th Stampede Parade. They just opened a new crisis nursery and family support center. And we had some big news about them this morning, about the fact that they are able to make such a difference in our community, and they have paid for a lot of this work that they're doing already. This year's theme is Resilient Children, Blossom and Healthy Families, represented by Blooming Flowers.
Yeah, I love it. Doing incredible work in our city for sure. There it is. That's the last one, you guys. Amazing. More than 100 floats. It's been a fun and exciting Stampede Parade. There is, of course, now free admission to Stampede Park. That is until 1:30 this afternoon. Maybe don't go through downtown if you're heading there, though.
Well, and don't walk on the streets either if you can. Well, that's what these guys are there for. They're going to clean everything up for you. We will leave you with some live Stampede coverage tonight. CTV News will have that at 5 and 6. And make sure you check out ctvnews.ca/Calgary for even more Stampede info and features.
And we leave you with this look back at some of the highlights of the last 2 hours. Happy stampeding.